All right, folks, the deck is Even Death Knight. The goal of the deck is to load our opponent's deck with a bunch of plagues, hit him in the face with the hero power, eventually working our way towards Grave Strength for a bunch of burst damage. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. All right, we are so back. And the deck intros are so back because somehow I forgot the one important lesson in content creation, which is never change anything ever. So, I apologize. It won't happen again. We have a decent curve for like shuffling plagues. Wouldn't mind a hell yeah. Or just like any 4-drop, but like the deck is primarily 2-drop, so we're often going to draw like this. Oh, hey, Glenn. I want to save the coin for some of my higher mana stuff. We'll just get the buddy down next turn. Donk. That's not that big of a deal. Mining casualties is pretty good. If I seem a little tired or low energy, it's only because stayed up too late dying repeatedly to Elden Ring bosses last night, so it's not my fault. Just blame Miyazaki. Okay, this doesn't do anything yet because I haven't shuffled. That probably does need to die, though. So we could just, like... Well, never mind. We could, in fact, just play that. Does appear to be a rainbow. They do be boning. This is probably the turn where we send one of these upstairs and then play the Tomb Trader or something. I don't know. Okay, the important one remains in deck. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it doesn't even seem like they'd have a good rest. I mean, obviously that's annoying because I wanted it. I mean, if they're spending mana on the hero power, that's not that big of a deal. They're pretty far from getting the second Reska down, but I do probably need to kill them before they get the legendary excavate treasure. That's unbelievable. What's actually unbelievable is how frequently that seems to happen, that like they just get infinite copies of Reska. think I just need to get the damage upstairs where I can try and set up a no muncher turn. Just don't summon minions here. Oh my god. Okay. Or maybe we hold for next turn. Would have had lethal there if it weren't for the cold feet getting randomly played. Wait, they're not rainbow. Burge.
The citadel stands strong.
Lightbone is killing it.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
Conquer in my name.
Alright. Wrong thing to hit, unfortunately. Like, there was a temptation just to not put minions on board so that I could not give them anything to rush the Reska into. That's kind of a whoopsie in terms of order. God! How do they generate the best one every single... That's like... That's probably GG. Just because that 4 points of healing is devastating. Never mind. That's GG. I've been getting just absolutely scammed on repeat by... I can't play anything. The game is over. Yogs have just been scamming me so badly lately. But I lose this game. Just to the Reska. So, it's pretty unfortunate.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen a lot again. Take a good look. You ain't never seen a lot again.
It's also apparently impossible for an opponent to draw a singular plague. What an absolutely unbelievably miserable game that was. Ugh.
The Lich King.
All right, speaking of miserable, we get to play against Reno Warrior. Might be worth coining a gold panner, especially with all these twos. The longer it stays in hand, the more likely it is to die.
Our curse into our strength.
None will survive.
At least it's not Reno.
Torment.
Okay. You love to see that right before the gold banner comes down. But this is an unbelievably, just outrageously bad matchup for me. I don't think that outside of a really good Grave Strength turn, there's much chance for me, so I just need to draw it quickly. Just because I don't have the capacity for aggression, which is what's usually necessary to keep pace. Like, I can't keep pace with the hero power.
Let's warm you up.
Oh. It's that thing I said I needed. And thanks to the buddy, it's looking like it's going to be online. I want to play double 2 next turn so that I can hero power into Grave Strength and pray that this is still on the board somehow.
Let's warm you up.
My pain doesn't compare to
Okay, the fact that they haven't pressed the button all that much is, what, 2 in a row? My man struck gold. The fact that they haven't pressed the button a whole lot is giving me a chance here. That's not, though. That's extremely, extremely bad for me.
to battle. Share my pain.
Rush probably hits some sort of Ziliax. That, oh my god. Oh. Just completely brutalized. I think they had very nearly the best possible draw they could have asked for. The fact that they're able to keep pace with my board presence as an odd warrior is brutal. Okay.
Decide your fate. Remnants of life.
Blood tap's pretty good with all these minions in hand, including the no muncher. This is consistently very good. This doesn't really do much for me.
No reprieve.
I think the blood tap was a bit risky. That's a good hit. Just lowering their armor so that it's harder to shield slam the Primus is pretty good for me. Never mind. Okay, they have a 9-mana Ziliax in hand, so we just lose all of our minions on the board state if we're not careful. And then also probably even if we are.
I smell gold in their water.
It's a lot of damage. Probably more than the
That feels good.
interesting. Probably represents more than the staff would have.
Who shall be victorious? Everybody needs a cassette.
Let's actually do this
Everybody needs a
and start getting the foam render going. These two paired together. Do I have any other death rattles? Just they would be a huge risk because I have played the mining casualties.
Calls.
No reprieve!
No return.
Okay, I need to brace myself for the Ziliax.
Good.
Amuse me with your tales of
Or not. Wait, do I win? Bro's never played against even Death Knight before, and it shows.
in my name.
Unless those are maybe like ball busters.
No reprieve!
I don't know why they wouldn't just slam a Ziliax there. I don't know. That feels like it should have been nearly unwinnable for me.
The Lich King versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. You will know pain.
Okay, I'll keep these.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Not entirely sure what Warlock is doing these days. Maybe Painlock.
And now, the premiere act. Me!
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
Looks like Painlock. I think I want to go greedy partner bump. Yeah, I want to save my burst for the dome.
Share my pain.
Those are good. Sludge. Haven't seen that in a while. I don't think I want to double tap that.
The fallen will smell golden in their waters.
Hero power can trigger twice. Gross. Four frost plagues? It's pretty absurd. Speaking of absurd, that's a good draw. Another Frost Plague. And also we're shuffling, so like they're not able to just snipe things off the bottom of their deck as reliably. So like Dredge becomes less valuable, or rather similar effects.
Shiny's only good for smashing.
It's a very good draw. And I needed a good draw here. Depending on what gets developed here, we probably want to prioritize the 3/3s here, so Unholy Rune. Just so that we get more minions on board to block the sludges a little better.
The overture is upon us.
Or block the minions.
The runes decide your fate. Unholy, symbol of death.
Oh yeah. I need a Tomb Trader pretty quickly though. Okay, I haven't shuffled recently, so they knew that there were two down at the bottom there. Pretty reasonable expectation or setup from them. I don't think there are any outcomes that save me here, so I just need to figure out a way to get them to draw 6 consecutive plagues. That doesn't seem like... Maybe I do just have to pray for something that saves me. Technically still alive. They deal 9. No, it's lethal. They don't see it. They have a sludge in hand. It was guaranteed. Okay. Wait. Okay, they drew another one because we shuffled. They saw it. They just saw a different one than I did.
The Lich King versus Garrosh.
Now you're sailing on my seas.
Not excited about another warrior matchup, but I mean, I suppose we did beat the last one. Maybe I just keep the buddy and the grave strength. Because it's so incredibly important for the matchup.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Let's do that. That should set it up one of these two. It doesn't really matter which one. and gives me the most flexibility here. So just bump and play. Let's get this guy rolling.
To battle.
Okay. Looks like it's probably Reno. Which unfortunately we can't like plague our way to getting their Bran offline, so we just have to aggro them down.
Much lighter.
Let's go here, here, here. Set this fella and go as wide as possible for a Grave Strength next turn.
In my name.
A decent chunk of damage though. They haven't foraged. Okay, I see. Oh my god. It really is just always the best outcome for, isn't it?
Everybody needs a castle.
It's pretty good. Especially with the coin that we're about to generate. I've got 6-drop hero power next turn, and then coin Scourge behind that, potentially. And then it just gets completely negated by a single card in Reno.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Food for the world.
So that was likely bellowing. They bellowing here, or not a guaranteed full clear. Okay, so maybe it's sanitized then.
Food for the worms.
I want to play into Reno. There are outcomes that get me lethal off of this if I go Frost.
Decide your fate.
Reap.
Frost, mark of the bitter.
Food for the worms.
We lose the potential to get spell damage on the down with the ship doing this, but we don't have the down with the ship, so doesn't feel like there's any reason to play towards this. This is a soft check for Reno, though. It was the sanitize. And that does kind of give me an indication that it's probably not Reno. So just rip the Scourge here.
Shall suffer.
Those are really, really good rolls. So long as we don't get Reno'd here. Get the feeling they're slow rolling the Reno.
Off the top!
Still summons an 8/8 for me. So I don't know how they kill this. I suppose that's one way. Interestingly, our 2 wins have been against a warrior, which, like, on paper feels like it should be a very bad matchup. So maybe the paper is simply just lying to me.
The Lich King versus Nazoth.
All eyes shall be opened.
Play this on 2.
No pain.
I suppose I could also just, you know, because of how many 2-drops are in my deck, I could expect to hit more 2-mana minions or 2-mana cards than and mulligan more aggressively. But just like a River Croc that replaces itself isn't that bad.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Probably wise just to get the mining casualties down then. We go here and then hero power this behind it and then play the Posic. It's because this is likely to make my trades a little bit more flexible. Okay, that does mean that this isn't online, unfortunately, but again, most of our deck is 2-drop, so we're not necessarily in a situation where we need to play it. Posic, though, looking pretty good. Even if it doesn't overdraw them, it's still just a good card. They can be super disruptive for the whatever plan they have and setting things up here. Doink.
Everybody needs a castle.
Hell yeah.
To battle.
Too quiet.
Well, is it too battle or too quiet? You gotta make up your mind. It can't be both. I think it's too late for this opponent is what it is.
In my name.
Bro's saying two different sentences at the same time? How is that even possible?
The Lich King versus Sylvanas.
Victory for the Forsaken.
I will crush your defiance as I crushed your city.
Kind of like the sing-along buddy for trades in a potentially aggressive matchup. Not the Glen. It's been a while since we've drawn
We
patches.
have turned our curse into our strength.
But this might just be like a coin mining casualties. Yeah. Into gold panner. Into sing-along buddy hero power angle.
They love a little fiddle.
I smell gold within their water.
Let's just do this. I don't care about killing anything right now other than the beasts. I want them to overcommit into trading into the Pan Man. So that this is able to do a little more damage, ideally. In terms of the board state, not to their face.
No one's going to believe this.
It's a really unfortunate top deck for me. Seems likely to be the difference in the outcome of the game. That said, this is a pretty good draw as well. Do not miss when that card was better.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
To battle.
I just need to get to the Hollow Hound. Or the No Muncher. Both are
None can stand against Tenjo.
likely to be good. That's quite bad for me, though. Just pick one? Okay, so that means we want this. Because otherwise we don't get any healing. bad.
Defensive formation, champions.
Love a little fiddle.
Well, we can make sure that it's not a 50-50, I guess. Problem is they get to weapon into this without any healing. I need like a Primus or a second Hollow Hound. I don't think another No Muncher is going to do it. Assuming I even survive this turn. I don't.
Let none survive.
They didn't use the button. Guess we just do it again, but I go here, I go to 9. Or 11. 9 with the hero power.
Magic and magma go hand.
Kinda need Primus here. No outs. It's unfortunate.
All life must end.
They could have. Also, they just played that really poorly. Like, they could have gotten more stuff on to the board there. That would have, in addition to, like, that, the turn prior. But, like, they played the Mantle Shaper before spells. And could have gotten at least one more monkey. In addition to not pressing the... I don't know.
The Lich King versus Gul'dan.
Better player one, I suppose.
Shall be mine. You will know pain.
Let's keep the Pozic, see if we can get him down, maybe even ahead of the curve, especially with a greedy partner to help out. Just trying to find another 2-drop. But my deck is full of them, surely I hit.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
So what I would love to do is go coin greedy partner, unlucky, into coin Pozic, but I didn't manage to draw like the 16 2-mana cards that are in my deck. I still haven't drawn one. This is unreal. I full mold for one. No, I kept the Pozic, but still, that's just absurd. I hate you.
Hey, you! Install these for me.
Like, that has huge consequences for me. But what are you gonna do?
Let's show these fine folks some Badlands hospitality.
That's annoying. I've lost this game already.
Earned an eternity of torment.
in large part because of my just excruciatingly bad early game. The one possible option is that I set up a no muncher kill. But like the thing that I centered my entire game plan around is gone for the entirety of this game.
Everybody needs a cat.
The only thing that makes sense. I mean, I probably wasn't winning that game regardless, but like it would have been a lot closer if I just drew reasonably. But instead, I drew impossibly bad.
The Lich King.
Oh my god, so many warriors.
Now you're
I feel like we've
my seed.
been playing for an hour and we've seen maybe 3 classes today. Is that right? 4. Like 4 classes and about 10 games.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Grave strength is important for this matchup, as we've seen. Huh? Okay. Let's try and sneak this out. Next turn we go mining into here. I mean, this could also come down. But getting a Helio on curve is also pretty good. So if we assume that that is bellowing, we probably want the mining casualties over the necromancer. Otherwise, they just kill the necromancer and the rest of our board next turn. And we just look to set up a sing-along buddy with the hero power and grave strength. Maybe hoping to chip away at their health total with Helio.
You only need one. I'll put it back. You have earned an eternity of torment.
I think I'm fine with that dirty rat. Just kind of gave me free tempo. So this is probably the bellowing. And that means we're past it now, so the necromancer is a viable option. So is the necromancer. If we go wide with these now. It's unfortunate. Let's go here, here, and here. I guess we maybe see what's in here first.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
So if we assume they're Reno, we've seen a fair number of their AoE stuff already. This would be a great time to draw the sing-along buddy. Smiley face.
Armor! Lightly used armor. Share my pain.
Okay. Okay. Finally an opponent drawing plagues.
Feels good.
Coin 8 drop.
No matter the danger, I'll always chase a good discovery.
Nobody ever respects the Grave Strength in this format.
Conquer in my name. Thanks, Buccaneer.
You're welcome.
The Lich King!
Still, only 4 classes.
Your soul shall be mine.
Okay, so I think we assume probably Sludge or Pain. They might know Pain, in fact. Okay, we've got early game stuff. We've got Pozic. This is the one where, like, the Grave Strength can really get them if it's Pain Warlock. It's just AFK Warlock.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Want to hear my playlist?
Huh. What does that mean?
I smell gold in them there waters. Keep on panning.
Extraneous hero power, Mortician into Pozic. Is that just the reduce the cost of the Zil? No, it's Scorpion. Yeah, I remember now. Let's do this instead, actually, so that we can work our way through that. And ideally pave the way for a Pozic. Or not.
Hey, you! Install me for me!
I think it still makes their setup awkward, just not in a great spot here. Again, what should be the defensive deck being on the front foot is not ideal for me. appreciate the opponent for making that trade for me. That's pretty good. Let's take this bump so that we can get the gold panner down. Got plenty of options for next turn. I don't know what will be best. It will depend on what we need to respond to from the opponent, largely, I would imagine.
Low in price, high in fun.
One dose solves any problem.
This is pretty clean. Well, we found our 6-drops. Didn't think there were that many in this deck. I'm really just kind of looking for the Grave Strength, but...
Mud slider.
So they have the snake. Now they're going to start bouncing it. So that's too bad. I think it's going to be hard to win from here. If they have the correct setup. Still no Grave Strength to be found, which, as we're seeing, is a critical component to closing out some of these matchups against, like, defensive decks. So I assume they're just kind of looking for a Brewmaster here. Oh, my God. I get one opponent to stop getting the best outcome every time.
Everybody needs a cast.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
I take a bit of a gamble here and hope that they draw towards some of these plagues. It's a good start.
That feels good.
Holy. That was about as much as we could have hoped for there. You know, there's a world where Primus can kind of offset some of their game plan, right? Just by raising our max health to a point where they don't have
Who's ready for another
enough
round?
bounce effects anymore, but... Sniped. If they have the second Brewmaster, we are quite dead, but... Really good at making them draw plagues, at least. I don't need dealt 1 damage. So, Defile. Plague? Ah. Plague? So they're just trying to excavate twice more, and then they can do that, I guess. So I would need to, like, eat that, basically. If I eat that, there's a world where, really?
A new planet to burn.
Primus could get me there, but instead I probably just die.
We only need one.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
So I have no, like, if they just chosen the taunts, they probably won on the spot there.
That feels good.
Suppose that's a way I could win. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. We're very dead here.
This is only the beginning. Bow before the
Planet to burn.
Legion.
What a slap in the face.
All life buster.
Least toxic Azurite Scorpion Warlock player. Oh my god. It's literally just all Warlocks and Warriors.
I live once
There are no other classes in this game.
bow before your master.
I need to stop drawing Glenn.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
I think I do have to coin the mining casualties. Especially into that. So it's pain. And I cannot afford to get too far behind here. This matchup does make the plagues a little bit better, especially the down with the ship. But the Inferno is a little brutal. Speaking of brutal. Hell yeah.
Everybody needs a cast.
Between these two, for sure. Plagues are maybe the way that we can win this. Devastating. Force them to start making trades here, I guess. And maybe even consider doubling these up so that we can get a Tomb Trader. That does kind of like pad their deck. My god. Okay, yeah, we have to play both of these. So that this is a live draw. Okay. So we go hero power, bump there. And we get a full clear with the Tomb Trader.
We only need one.
Can heal up a little bit with the No Muncher at some point.
That feels good.
The deck doesn't have burst damage, right? Wait. 9. You're dead. Grave Strength, stay winning.
Conquer in my name.
Oh, we finally drew it at a great time in that matchup. Jeez.